According to a Fidelity survey of over 3,500 people, 52% said that they are not on target when it comes to saving for retirement. This is up from 46% the previous year. So why is this happening and what can you do about it? It's no secret that life continues to get more and more expensive as we get older. It is as sure of a thing as me getting gray hairs in my beard. Although this happened a lot sooner than I would have guessed, and to be honest with you, this is next. Inflation is the 800-pound gorilla that impacts everyone, no matter how much money you have. Beyond that, adding kids to the mix, changes in personal needs, Molly's $500 vet bill that I just had to pay, general home and vehicle repairs, and other expenses that slowly add up over time. Even if those factors weren't at play, our brains are simply not wired to want to stash away money today for something that is 3 decades away. Seems like everything is trying to divert our money away from investing for retirement and into other areas of life. Because of that, if we want to be able to make sure money is continuing to move towards investments, we have to be very intentional about it. Sitting back and not doing anything about it is no longer acceptable. You can either choose to do something about it now or let it screw up your life 20 years from now. Increasing your main source of income should be the easiest and most obvious place to start saving more money for retirement. I mean, let's be honest, it is the lowest hanging fruit. The ideal way to do this is to get a raise with your current employer, either through a salary bump in your current position or taking on a different role at the same company. You should already have all the internal info you need to know how possible this is and how much you can expect your pay to increase. Get with your manager to put together an actionable plan for what you need to do to make this happen within the next 4 to 6 months and get him or her to agree on it. Once that time frame is in place, go execute on those things, then follow back up showing proof of work. Getting this done should be the main focus if you're going to get paid. The worst way to go about getting a raise is to think that you deserve it for reasons that don't have to do with the job. So try to avoid presenting it that way. If you don't think a decent raise is possible, then it's time to crank the dial up by looking for a job somewhere else. To be honest, I'd probably do this one even if you were working on a raise with your current employer. Odds are you're going to get your largest pay bump when you switch employers. I found a few stats saying that employees who switched jobs saw their average earnings jump anywhere between 11 and 15%. Over the past couple of days, I reached out to 15 different people that I know, and 12 of them confirmed that they didn't have any issues getting at least a 20% increase when they changed employers. Staying at the same company for long periods of time can sometimes hurt you when it comes to pay. That's because your future yearly increases are all based on the initial amount that you negotiate. Would you rather get a yearly increase of 5% starting at a $60,000 salary, or would you rather get a yearly increase of 5% on a $70,000 starting salary? Allow me to be a little cynical for a minute. Look, I love loyalty as much as the next person, but when it comes to the employer-employee relationship, you need to act like an ethical mercenary for hire. Let's call it like it is. Employers won't hesitate to lay us off if it's in their best interest, so we shouldn't be afraid to drop them if we find a better opportunity that pays us more money. The next step to boost your retirement savings would be picking up a side gig. Now, before you do this, make sure you've explored all of your options to increase your pay at your current job or a new one. After all, you're already putting in the majority of hours there as it is, so it makes sense to focus on upping your earnings in that area before diving into side work. The possibilities are endless with the type of work that you can do on the side, and there is no limit to the amount of money that you can earn as well. Even earning an extra $400 per month and investing it over the next 20 years will add almost $200,000 to your retirement savings. Based on the 4% safe withdrawal guideline, that gives you at least an extra $7,800 per year to spend in retirement. Learning how to earn side income is probably one of the most useful skills since it can be applied to pretty much everything. Plus, I'm a big advocate for self-reliance and having a backup plan when it comes to your income. Increasing retirement contributions by at least 1% every couple of months through your employer-sponsored retirement plan is a powerful strategy that can significantly boost your savings for retirement. 1% seems like such a small amount, and it is. But that's the whole point. It's way easier to acclimate to a small 1% increase every few months versus increasing it by 3% all at once. Another way to do this is to time the increase with when you get a pay raise. So if you know that you get roughly a 5% pay raise every year, then plan on increasing contributions by say 3% on that specific date. No one likes the feeling of losing money, and it sure feels that way when we increase our retirement contributions. But if you boost your retirement savings right when you get that pay raise, it won't feel like you're losing anything. You're already not used to having that extra bit of income in the first place, so you won't miss it. Many retirement plans even offer the option to set up automatic annual increases, which means that you don't have to remember to take action to boost your contributions. Going this route removes the temptation to skip or delay savings decisions, which guarantees that you consistently allocate more of your income towards retirement savings. There was actually a 5-year study done about this for 3 different groups of people. Group A said that they would handle increasing their contributions whenever they wanted. Group B committed to increasing it manually every time they got a pay raise. Group C committed to having their contributions automatically increase when they got a pay raise. After 5 years, Group B and C were contributing more than double the amount that Group A was. Since Group C was having it done automatically, they were contributing more than the other 2 groups. While you're waiting to get that pay increase, you can work on swapping out all of your high fee investment funds with low cost funds to help increase your retirement savings. I'm that weirdo on YouTube who won't shut up about knowing how much you're paying in investment fees because I see way too many people who don't understand how it's actually negatively impacting your financial future. High fees usually mean actively managed funds, which are known for underperforming a basic low-cost index fund or the equivalent low-cost ETF. Investment fees can have a significant impact on your finances over the long term due to how they accumulate over time. A high fee fund doesn't only cost you the amount of the fee each year. It also costs you the potential returns that those fees could have earned if they were invested. This is why the expense ratio or the cost of managing the fund relative to how much you have invested is important to understand. Lower fees can mean higher net returns, more money in your pocket, a greater potential for you to accumulate wealth, which all equate to you being able to retire sooner rather than later. The difference between a fund that charges a 0.50% fee and one that charges a 0.03% fee might seem small, but over time, this difference can be quite substantial due to the power of compounding. Let's assume that you have an initial investment of $100,000, and both funds generate an average annual return of 7% before fees over a 20-year period. Little asterisks here, returns are never going to be even because those high-fee, actively managed funds, they always underperform, but let's suspend disbelief for a second and give them the benefit of the doubt. The high-fee fund with its net annual return of 6.5% would grow your investment to a little under $353,000. On the other hand, the low-fee fund with its net annual return of 6.97% would grow your investments to roughly $385,000. The difference of over $32,000 highlights the long-term financial advantage of choosing low-fee investment funds. This $32,000 savings will skyrocket to even more over time, since I would imagine that most of you will have more than $100,000 invested over the next couple of decades. I'll have a playlist with my top 5 low-cost ETFs linked above my head and in the description below. Keeping up on your credit score is also another way to free up some extra cash to increase retirement savings. At the very least, most of us will take on debt when we purchase a home, and even going from a good to an excellent credit score can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. Getting there isn't rocket science either. You just need a little bit of time and consistent payments. My credit score is an 829 because I have never missed a payment. If you want to check your credit score, then you can do that through Aura. They also offer other services like reaching out to data brokers to get them to stop selling your personal info online, as well as many other online security features. You can get a 14-day free trial using the link in the description. Signing up using that link does help support the free content on this channel at no extra cost to you. A low-effort way to increase your retirement savings is to double-check to make sure that all of the money within your investment accounts is actually invested. Too many people deposit money into their retirement or brokerage accounts but miss the final step, which is investing the money. Go through and double check your accounts to make sure that there isn't any cash just sitting there doing nothing. To boost retirement savings, make sure that you've considered contributing to a Roth IRA directly or through a backdoor Roth if it makes sense based on your tax situation. I'm always surprised when people tell me that they A, didn't know about a Roth IRA, and B, didn't realize that they could contribute to an employer-sponsored 401k, 403b, 457, and a Roth IRA at the same time. This is one of my favorite accounts because the money within it grows and can be withdrawn tax-free. If you have $1 million in the account, then you'll never have to pay taxes on that money as long as you withdraw it after age 59 and a half. I'll have my Roth IRA videos linked above my head and in the description if you need more help understanding what it is and how to use it. If you want to know how much money you need to retire so you know how much you need to start saving, then check out this video to your top left. Down in the description are more resources to help with increasing your retirement savings.